All right, hello everyone. I sure hope this is getting to you. Welcome to Tango Live with Winnie. This is Thursday, every Thursday, 2 o'clock. Winnie brings you the most inspirational tango artists around the world to connect ourselves to the giant tango community all around the world, cross continental borders, cross the barrier of languages, cross everything that stops us from being an all-inclusive, warm, fuzzy, all-loving tango community. Today, we have the internationally famous Eva Wolff Bandoneonista with us from Belgium and from Argentina. Thank you so very much for being with us, Eva. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, great. So before I talk too much, I am going to invite Eva to start the episode by playing a song for us. So I heard, Eva, you have a great song called El Marne by Eduardo Arolas, arrangement by Leopoldo Federico. Am I saying this right?
Yes, you do.
We'd love to hear it, please.
Okay, here we go.
you so very much, Eva.
Let's see.
Thank you so very much, Eva. And look at
You're
my
welcome.
fancy banner. We have Eva Wolff today, our Bandoneonista Internacional. Eva is the most well-known Bandoneonista from the earliest time that I have known, who is
Really?
importantly for me of the female race, same as I myself. And you had made a great name for yourself over 20 years ago, I think, as an important leading figure for all of us, bandoneonists and other tango musicians alike, to have shown the community that if you play well, you shine through anything else that could possibly be in your way. So Eva Wolff, originally from Belgium, has moved to Argentina for a long time and has established herself internationally as a bandoneonist, playing as a soloist, as a duo with her husband Hernan Posetti, another very famous tango pianist, and had taught many generations of people, and has been a leading figure and has a CD out that I will show you in just a minute. And most importantly, has been the most important author of the first, biggest, most comprehensive tango bandoneon manual for the world. I have it right here. El Bandoneon and El Tango, bilingual. This complete with parts for you to play with your friends when you practice hard enough. So, thank you, Eva, for being here with us.
You're welcome.
I have been wondering, Eva, for a long time, how was it like to be a major professional bandoneonista for so long and be one of the earliest leading figure in the female bandoneon world? When you first got to Argentina, is it about 20 years ago? How was the relationship? How was your relationship with the bandoneon through all this social changing landscape?
Well, so when I started playing the bandoneon, I was 15, and I didn't really think about, being a woman playing bandoneon was just not an issue. It was like the same thing as, I don't know, being Belgian. Well, maybe I did think about that. I thought, well, I'm Belgian, I'm not Argentine. How am I going to play the bandoneon? But I never thought about the fact that I was a girl. It was just no issue. And then I studied in the Codarts, which is the Conservatory of Rotterdam. And it was also no issue whatsoever. And then I came here when I was 23, and it was the first time that I noticed that it actually was an issue, and that a lot of people thought that if you are a girl that you're not able to play tango, and most especially bandoneon. So it was really strange and kind of it wasn't a very nice experience, to be honest. And it took a long time for me to maybe I get to terms with that, because I had never thought about it. And then I came here and it was so out in the open, and everyone said like, oh no, girls shouldn't play bandoneon. Not everybody, but a lot of people. But I think things are changing now, and there's a lot more female bandoneon players, which is great. I mean, I really don't see any reason why a woman couldn't play bandoneon. So it's great that there's a lot more women now playing bandoneon. And it makes me really happy that Paulina Fine, when she decided to do the whole collection of the different instruments in tango, that she asked me to write the book, because that was also a very important step for me in matters of the I think the equality of gender, you know. So I could think, oh well, okay. So now the Bandoneon book has a girl playing the bandoneon on the cover. So
It
I
really
think
is important.
that's a really important step.
It really is. It really is. It really is. It's amazing how one picture of a bandoneon manual showing a beautiful woman with long hair, that it has such an impact and is such an inspiration and encouragement for all of us, boys and girls, I think, not just the girls. It's really wonderful. And so I heard, Eva, that other than playing tango all day, you have been studying psychology, or it's about to start studying psychology, and you have some new teaching engagement coming up. Tell us about your connection to psychology, or why you would like to do that, and also what kind of teaching are you doing, and how does that mix with the psychology you're studying and your perception of the rest of the world now, especially during this time of the quarantine?
Well, I think since I was a teenager, I've always been in doubt between um, languages, which I really liked. Like I was thinking maybe of studying something in that area, or psychology or music. Obviously, I was already playing the bandoneon then when I finished high school, and I finally decided to to go for the music. But there's always been a part of me that's been really interested in, I don't know, maybe just what happens inside people, inside their head, inside like how do they connect with each other, and I've, I've always found that very interesting. So a few years ago, I decided to just give it a go, and I thought that for my teaching, this can only be good because you know you get to learn more tools, how to work with people, because every student is a part of the fact that they're studying, that they're practicing bandoneon, but they're also just another human being with their whole inside world, and with their doubts and fears and the things that they want to do. And I find it very interesting to combine both things. Yes. So I think it will be probably like an asset for my teaching. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I was wondering, how did you find a bandoneon to start on when you're 15 in Belgium, and if that experience will inform you teaching younger students now in the new escuela position that you have gained?
Mm-hmm. Um, well, I had been studying the piano, I've been playing the piano from since I was 8 years old. And then at a certain moment, my mother, she was taking dancing lessons because that was the early 90s when there was a really big, like a boom of tango in Europe. Like everybody was going to the milongas and taking classes and taking lessons. And so my mom, she was taking lessons. And so one way or another, this cassette from Piazzolla was brought into my house, and so she would listen to it, and I was like, "What is that instrument? I want to play that. What is it? What is it?" Well, there was no internet by that time, so I had to ask the dance teacher of my mother what it was, and then when I was that was when I was around 12 or something. And then when I was 15, there was a summer camp of music, and there was an Argentine tango part. And so I just registered there, and then I met Leo Vervelde, who's going to be my teacher afterwards. And I felt completely in love with the bandoneon, and I just said I have to play. So, and then I was lucky to be able to buy an instrument from my teacher, and that's when it started. And then I went to the conservatory, and well, the rest.
Wow, it's wonderful. Tell us, please, about the new Escuela Orquesta Escuela de Juvenile, this program that you're going to teach. What is it about, and does it do anything for you?
It definitely does something for me. I'm really happy that I was chosen to be part of that program. It's a program that connects children who live in neighborhoods where the socioeconomic conditions are not that good. They get the chance to participate in an orchestra, a tango orchestra in this case. And so they go, rehearse, play, and some of these children later start really playing an instrument and have an option to be a professional musician. And the ones that don't have a good time and a nice connection with the music, which is equal for everyone. Everybody connects to music on the same level. Rich people, not so rich people, it doesn't matter. Everybody connects in the same, is able to connect in the same way to music. So that is really, I think it's really a really great program. And well, they already existed before this whole current quarantine, but now they have to do virtual lessons, obviously. So I will start, I think, in 2 weeks. And my job is to prepare the Bandoneon section, which are, I think, 3 children, from 2 boys and a girl, between 10 and 15 years old. I don't know if there's other students. I think it's only these 3 for now. And I have to prepare them, like they prepare the orchestra parts with them, so that when they go to the rehearsal, they're already prepared and can play the parts with the orchestra.
Wow, that's great. So before I forget, check this out. Check out my new banner. Ta-da! This is
Good.
the manual for the Bandoneon for generations of teachers and students. In fact, I believe my teacher, Hugo Sartori, hola Hugo, he also studies with this book, as with everybody all over the world who's holding a bandoneon. So I heavily, seriously, sincerely advise you to check out Eva's website there underneath the title of the book. Go in there, click on the title of the book, and write to her and buy the book directly from its author. Because, guys, do you understand? You could easily spend years writing a book and not earn a single penny on your book. So you need to do it right for us. Buy it directly from the author. If you haven't started the Bandoneon yet, but you will tomorrow, buy the book anyway. You know somebody who needs a Christmas gift? Buy a book for this person. If you don't need a book, donate at the donate button that I put up somewhere near your Facebook stream. If you can't find that, you can donate straight to the band. We pass everything to Eva afterwards. Before I forget the other thing, Eva, are you writing another book?
I am writing another book because I noticed that there's not so much material, tango scores or not tango scores, for beginning bandoneon players. So I found that there was like a hole in between, or before the material that I offer in the book, in my book that is already out there. So I think I noticed because I have a lot of beginning students, because in the music school in the conservatory that I teach, I have all beginning students, the first 3 years of their formation. And I noticed that there's just not so much material, and also that a lot of things are maybe have difficulties that maybe the one who wrote them didn't think of these difficulties. And then I see my students struggling with it, and I think, oh, yeah, that's just way too difficult. That's too hard. So I think that it would be nice to have just like a method, a new method, a new bandoneon method for beginners, because there are a lot of methods, but they're they're really quite old, and although there's a lot of exercises that are really interesting, I think it's nice also to maybe make some new exercises and mix different things, and also use some of the tango elements, because there's not really any method that uses elements of tango for beginners.
Any advice you would give to us beginning bandoneonistas?
Practice. So yes, well, a few things. I think, first of all, the bandoneon, as such as any instrument, is a demanding instrument. You need to practice. So, but what I think is really important for bandoneon players is that they focus on the working the bellows. So obviously the buttons are really important because that's how you play the notes. But everything that has to do with the musical expression, like the different intensities of playing, so louder, so forte, piano, the going from forte to piano and the other way around, playing with that all happens in the bellows. So it's really important, I think, to focus on that from the beginning. Play opening and closing. Another thing that I think is really super important is preparation. I drive them crazy, my students, because I'm always like, okay, now you have to prepare that position. And so when you go from this position to that position, use this finger as a reference, and you see you have to go one button to, and I just try to prepare everything. When I play, my fingers are always already going to the next positions. Yeah, I think the preparation is a very important thing. Like if you have to go from here, oh wait, my hand's going the other way, to here, oh, you have to prepare this, not just wait until the last moment and then go, oh yeah, right, I have to go to that note. No, you have to think it before.
And of course, that lesson is relevant to not only musicians of every instrument, to dancers also. You must think ahead. To anybody who doesn't play or dance, to just regular human doing regular everyday thing. Look ahead, prepare your next step, prepare for the next step. To prepare for your future is the lesson that not only musicians should learn. That's a great one. I'm sure your mama is very proud of you. Is your mama watching you from Belgium right now, Eva?
I think she is. If she was able to find the Facebook link, I'm sure she is.
Hola, Mama. Renee is your mama's name. Is that right? Hi, Renee from Belgium. Would you like to speak a few words in Dutch to people in Belgium listening to you right now?
Yes. Oké. Voor iedereen die kijkt in Nederland en België, veel groetjes vanuit Argentinië. En speciaal natuurlijk voor mijn mama en papa. En ik hoop dat ik snel weer daarheen kan vliegen en dat we elkaar weer snel kunnen zien.
Oh,
So that's it, because if not, I start crying, if I keep talking to my mom.
It's a beautiful language, and to be able to cross borders through tango all these decades, it is a wonderful thing. And we thank you so much for sharing your love of the bandoneon, of your perspective in life, and your family with us on this episode. Eva, do you have another song that you would like to play for us?
Sure, yes. Okay, I will play Fuimos from Dames y Mansi in an arrangement that I made. So I have to position the camera again. I hope that will turn out fine. Let's see.
So
I think that... Oh,
so wonderful. Thank you, Eva.
I think that will probably do.
That will do. As I was meeting with Eva, getting to know each other better, Eva has already taught me to really incorporate the quarantine and the tango from the inside. Relax, calm down, take the future one step or two steps at a time, teach, be perceptive of the environment around us, and share. And that's what Eva taught us today, I think. We are ready for you, Eva.
Okay? Okay. Here I go.
Ah, thank you, Eva. For those of you who are having internet problem like us, if you want to hear a better sound quality of Ava's performances, there is on her website great YouTube videos of all the songs that she plays, and they're glorious, absolutely glorious as she always plays. Ava, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Great. I really, really, really appreciate you joining us on our episode Tango Live with Winnie every Thursday. And people, I am really serious about this. I think you need this book in your house, whatever you do with your instruments or not. And support the artist by hitting the donate button, because that's what we're here for. We're here to keep the arts alive and the best of the best. Eva Wolff today. Thank you so much, Eva.
Thank you, Winnie, for inviting me.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.